Hey guys, we are going to be working on the lesson 34 problem set today. So go ahead and get it out so that you can follow along with me. Same format as we've been doing. I'm going to do some of them with you and you're going to work them together with me on your paper. Then I'll pause the video and give you some time to have some independent struggle time and work through them on your own. Now, if you remember with lesson 33, we were subtracting fractions. So lesson 34 is the same thing. However, I'm going to show you a couple of different strategies to use. And you remember my number one rule with the strategies is that you find which one you are the most comfortable with and which one works best for you. My job is to show you several, and then you find the one that works best. So I'm going to show you a different one today. The first one that I'm going to show you, 1A, was partially done already. Remember, they tend to use A as an example on most of the problem sets and homework. So I'm just going to kind of talk you through this process a little bit. And then we'll look at the answer, and then we'll move on to B. So A says 4 1/3 minus 2/3. Now, if you see, they've made a number bond underneath 4 1/3. And they've pulled out the whole number 3, and then they put 4/3 over here. You might be wondering, like, where did this 4/3 come from? I thought that the fraction was 1/3. Well, think about this. 3 3/3 would be the whole number 4. So it's almost like they took 3/3, which would have been the whole number, plus this 1/3 from the fraction to get 4/3. So that's where this 4/3 comes from, okay? And then because I thought that the writing was really small, let me zoom in a little bit here. It's better. Because I thought that the writing was really small, I rewrote it over here to the side for you all. So it says 3 4/3 minus 2/3 equals, and so now look, you can subtract your fractions from one another, bring over your whole number, equals 3 2/3. So again, this looks a little different, but we're able to get the same answer as we would if we were using the strategy from lesson 33. So now I'm going to show you 1B before I have you try independently 1C. So 1B, I'm going to rewrite this again just so it's bigger for us to see. 5 2/4 minus 3/4. Now I'm going to take this 5 2/4 and I'm going to use a number bond underneath it, okay? So I'm going to pull out a whole number, 1 less than 5, which would be 4. And then what else would I need to get to 5? If I were to turn the whole number 1 into a fraction, it would be what? It would be 4/4. But I need to add 4/4 to this, to 2/4. Well, 4 plus 2 is 6. So my new fraction is 6/4. Okay? So then I'm going to take this 4. I'm just going to kind of move over here a little bit so I can give myself some more space. 4 6/4 minus 3/4. Okay? You're able to move your whole number 4 to your total, and then you have 6/4 minus 3/4, which gives you 3/4. So your answer is 4 3/4. Now I want you to independently try using this method. Excuse me, using this method, I want you to independently try C, and then we'll go over it. Okay, guys, on C, we have 8 3/5 minus 4/5. Again, I'm doing a number bond, and I have the whole number 7, and then I took the 1 that I would have had for 8, and I took that, and remember, I'm going to jot it down here. That's like saying 5/5 for the whole number 1 plus this 3/5. That's how we got 8/5, okay? Then I have my subtraction. I'm just bringing down this subtraction symbol minus 4/5. So 7 8/5 minus 4/5 gives me a total of 7 4/5. Okay? Now I want you to turn over to the back. We're going to work some examples on number 3. Now look at number 3. Many of you are going to love this because it says solve using any strategy. So I've already given you 2 strategies. We talked about one in lesson 33, and then we talked about one today. So I'm going to practice one using the strategy from yesterday, and then I'll show you the other one using the strategy from today. And here's the thing, if you're doing a different strategy than I am, that's great, and then you can just check your work with me and make sure that we have the same answer. So I'm going to do lesson 33, that strategy for A. So I have 7 3/8 minus 2 5/8. So my step 1, I'm going to subtract the whole numbers first. 5, bring down that fraction, 3/8 minus 5/8. Okay. I'm going to take my fraction over here. I'm going to pull 3/8 out from it because 3/8 is over here, and that way I can kind of get rid of those two, zero those out, and 2/8. Bring down my 5 3/8 minus 3/8, right? I'm going to do that first. That gives me 5 minus 2/8. And if this helps you, you can do this step 2. This would be 4 8/8, which gives me an answer of 4 6/8. So that's the strategy that we used yesterday. Lesson 33's problem set. I keep saying yesterday, and you all probably aren't actually watching it yesterday, so I'm sorry about that. And then we have 3B. On 3B, I'm going to use the strategy that we're talking about right now with lesson 34. So I have 6 4/10 minus 3 8/10. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to take my 6 4/10 and I'm going to take my whole number 5, and then I'm going to turn this one into 14/10 minus 3 8/10. I subtract my whole numbers. 5 minus 3 is 2. And then 14 minus 8 is 6. And that's out of tenths. The fraction unit is tenths, so my answer is 2 6/10. Again, you could do the other method and you would still get the same answer. So now I want you to independently try C and D. Remember, this is like your struggle is real time in class to see how you are doing with subtracting fractions, and then we will go over the answers together. Alright guys, here it is. It says C 8 3/12 minus 3 8/12. I subtract my whole numbers, 8 minus 3, which was 5, 3/12. This is the method from lesson 33 problem set. Minus 8/12. Under the 8/12, I did my number blind. I have 3/12 here, which matches this 3/12 here, so that would zero that out. And then 5/12, bring down my whole number 5, minus 5/12. And again, this step, you only have to use it if you need to, guys, where you bring down that 4 out of 12/12 minus 5/12 gives me a total answer of 4 7/12. And then D, I'm using the example from lesson 34 in that strategy that we're doing today. I have 14 and 2 50ths minus 6 and 43 50ths. I'm breaking down the 14 into 13, and then I have my fraction of 52 over 50. I'm doing that because if I had 13, 50 50ths is equal to the whole number 1, and if I'm adding 2 50ths to it, that's how I'm getting that 52, okay? Minus 6 43 50ths. I'm going to subtract my whole numbers first. I get 7. And then I'm going to take care of subtracting those fractions, and that's where I get 9 50ths. That is all for the lesson 34 problem set. For today. I love you and good job, guys.